Hi, this is Melanie with SellerSleuth.com. Today I'm going to tell you how to contest FBA unplanned prep fees. So what I'm talking about when I say unplanned prep fees is when you send your items into FBA and they arrive and a warehouse worker marks that item as not having been prepped correctly. Maybe they're saying it's missing a label, or that it wasn't polybagged when it should be, or not bubble wrapped, or any of these types of things. They charge you to do that for you. And the charge for unplanned prep, when you didn't tell them ahead of time that it needed to be prepped, in most cases is about double what it would have been if you had told them ahead of time. Now, the problem for many of us is that we do the correct prep and then it arrives and it still gets marked as not having been prepped correctly and we get charged for it. But you can contest those charges, so I'm going to show you how right now. So when you get an email that says that there was a problem with a shipment, or you have a notice in your Seller Central account, then you're going to want to go and view that shipment, and it'll say that there's a problem in the shipment up at the top here of the shipment. And so you're going to click and say, well, what were the problems? In this case, it's telling me that I have a whole bunch of items that weren't labeled, but I know that I did label them. I never send anything in without labeling it. So I'm going to make my screen so that you can see it all here. So for each of these items, I need to resolve the problem. So I click resolve and I have two choices. I can either, wait, I already did this one, so it's not going to look the same. Let me go to this bottom one. Okay, so I can read their requirements and either acknowledge that I made a mistake and that I will do it better in the future. And if you know that you did in fact make a mistake, then just click acknowledge and move on. But if you think that this is an error and that you did prep your item correctly, click up here at the top on investigate. And then here you can explain why you think that this is not correct. So I might say, you know, I believe this is an error. Be cordial. Don't be rude. I label all of my units before shipping them to FBA. Please investigate and remove any charges from my account. And then I like to always end it with thank you, because there's a real person reading this and you want them to actually be kind to you. And then you just hit submit and it's going to open a case. And then they'll get back to you and they'll say, in almost all cases that I've seen, you know, they'll say, oh, this was a mistake and we've removed any charges. Or they could say, no, it was correct and the charges remain. But if you actually did the prep, they should remove the charges. And just because here there's no fee total doesn't mean that you won't be charged. So don't ignore it just because the fee isn't listed here right now. And so you can do this for whatever the prep is that they said that you didn't do, that you know that you did do. And that could really save you a lot of money and keep your account in better standing with Amazon. And that's all that you need to do.